Now today we'll discuss first properties of acids and then we'll move into the properties of bases. And then before that we'll discuss what are acids and what are bases. So if you see here the facial expressions, different facial expressions, so it means we can identify that there is a difference in taste. Is it right? If you taste something, there is a facial expressions will show that in different ways. For example, if you see here acid substances, there are two types of acids we are having. One is chemical acid, another is organic acid. The organic acids which obtained from minerals, like which obtained from animals and as well as plants. For example, lemon, orange, grapes, tamarind, etc. Those are the uh, sources of acids. Those who obtain from we obtain from animals and plants. Is it right? So here acids, a substance which are so to taste, have acidic ingredients and their solutions are acidic. Is it right? Now if you see here, the lemon, vinegar, tamarind, tomato, etc. So these are the few examples which gives a so taste. Is it right? So what are the acids which are present in these substances? If you see, lemons consist of citric acid and its chemical formula is C6H8O7. What is the chemical formula of citric acid? C6H8O7. And vinegar, acetic acid, CH3COOH. What is the chemical formula of vinegar? Acetic acid is CH3COOH. Tamarind, tartaric acid. Tamarind is tartaric acid. C4H6O6. What is the formula for tartaric acid? C4H6O6. Oxalic acid. Tomato consists of oxalic acid. It contains oxalic acid, and the formula of oxalic acid is C2H2O4. C2H2O4. These are the few examples which are sources of organic acids. Curd is also an organic acid which contains lactic acid. Curd, grapes, amla, orange, etc. Those all comes under organic acid sources. Is it right? Now, bases. What are bases? The substance which are bitter to taste are bases. What are bases? The substance which are bitter to taste are bases. Gherkin, bitter gourd, and fenugreek, and aloe vera. Do you know what is aloe vera? Which we use to for face cream. Those also comes under bases, and toothpaste, neem leaf, etc. comes under what we call bases substances. The substances which are bitter to taste are known as base substances. So here, as we know that there are three colors for what we call traffic signals. Like that, we are having three types of indicators here to check whether the acid or base solutions. Given solution is whether it is a acid or base. Each of three colors of the signals indicates the activity exposed expected from the people. That is, to stop, to be ready, and to go. Red is to stop, yellow is to be ready, and green is to be go. Is it right? So common example of indicators. We are having types of indicators here. The common best example for indicator is litmus paper, and universal indicator and synthetic indicators we are having. Synthetic indicators are two types: methyl orange and phenolphthalein. And here the common indicator is litmus paper. There are three types of litmus paper. Universal indicator litmus paper is there, yellow in color, and blue litmus paper and red litmus paper. If you see the blue litmus paper, if you immerse in red acid solution, it will turns to red, and whereas red litmus paper remains red, which you have studied in your 6th and 7th grade as well. Whereas if you immerse red litmus paper in base solution, it turns to blue, whereas blue remains blue. But in neutral, that is pure water, red remains red and blue remains blue. We'll see here. The acidic and basic nature of the compounds can also be indicated by some natural as well as chemical substances known as indicators here. Now, natural indicator. The example for natural indicators are litmus papers. We will obtain from lichens. You can see here, it is a natural indicator used to determine the nature of the substance, either it is acidic or basic in nature. Obtained from plants like lichens. Algae provides food and fungus provides shelters to them. Here you can see what is lichen here. So it obtained from plants. Example here lichens. You can see a plant belonging to the division Thalophyta. What is lichen? This is a plant which belongs to the division of Thalophyta. Color of litmus solution is purple. What is the color of this litmus solution? Purple. So here we'll check whether the acids or base solution. These are the. So we'll see the first substance, the beaker A and beaker B. We'll mark it as A and B. Take the litmus paper, immerse in the solution of beaker A, and if you observe, there is no change in the color of the litmus paper. Am I right? And then notice by immersing blue litmus paper, and if there is a change in color, so what we can say, if the final color is red, if the final color is red of both the papers, it means it is acid. What is the name of the solution? Is it in acidic nature or basic nature? It is in acidic nature. So this solution is an acidic solution. So always remember bar, BAR. Blue litmus paper changes to red. It means acid. So if you write BAR, blue litmus paper turns to red, that is acid. What we call blue litmus paper turns to red means that is acid. Bar. Is it right? Now the red remains red and blue changes to red, that is acid in solution. Here in beaker 2 or beaker B, the blue litmus paper which is immersed in water or immersed in solution, there is no change in color. But if you immerse red color paper, red litmus paper is changed into red litmus to blue, it means the solution is basic in nature. B. Blue paper, red paper turns to B. RBB. Is it right? Red turns to blue, that is base. So here blue remains blue and red changes to blue. This is basic in nature and this is acidic in nature. Acid changes the color of the blue litmus paper to red, that is acid solution. Base changes the color of the red litmus to blue, that is base solution. Is it clear? Blue litmus paper turns red on dipping in acid and red litmus paper turns to blue by in alkali. Natural indicators. What are natural indicators or natural substances? The natural indicators can also be prepared from petunia, turmeric, geranium, beetroot, red cabbage extract. So here there is a chance to ask one question based on this topic in multiple choice question. Which of the following is not an example for natural substance? To be prepared for the indicators. So petunia is a flower which is used to prepare the natural indicator, and turmeric and geranium, beetroot and red cabbage extract. These all are the examples for which we can use to prepare a natural indicator. Is it clear? There are 5 natural indicators we can prepare. Substances are there to prepare the natural indicator here. Petunia, turmeric, geranium, beetroot, red cabbage extract. Red cabbage extract remains red in acidic solution but turns to blue to green in base solution. So it turns blue to green in basic solution. So here deep blue, purple pink and deep pink. So the flower of hydrogenea plants are usually blue in acid which turns pink in the presence of bases. So here is an activity. Many times we have noticed that yellow stain of color curry on a white cloth, which is due to the presence of turmeric in curry, turns reddish brown when soap is scrubbed on it. This is due to the fact that soap solution is basic in nature, which changes the color of the turmeric in the curry strain to red brown. Actually, what happened when soap is scrubbed on the cloth? So the soap is a basic solution or basic substance, and turmeric, which contains turmeric here in yellow color, it turns to reddish brown because that base is reacting with this. It turns to reddish brown here. Is it clear? Whenever curry is there on the cloth. Now, acid, bases, and salts, synthetic and olfactory are universal indicators. We'll discuss about synthetic and olfactory first. Synthetic indicators. There are two types of synthetic indicators. It means synthetic is also known as artificially prepared or man prepared by a man. Okay. Now take two unknown solutions in two different beakers. Take two unknown solution into different beakers. Add 2 to 3 drops of phenolphthalein indicator. So here if you see, by adding phenolphthalein indicator and observe any color change here. Is there any change in color? No change in color. If you add into the second solution, is there any change in color? Yes. So by adding phenolphthalein indicator, if there is a change in color from colorless to pink color, the color which is changed to pink is basic in nature, and the which is not changed here it is acidic in nature. It means beaker A is acid and beaker B is base solution. The colorless to pink is base and here it is acid. So this is acid solution and this is base solution. So by adding phenolphthalein indicator, what we can say, if there is no change in color, that is acidic in nature. If there is a change in color, that is basic in color. What change? What is the change in color? The color is from colorless to pink. So phenolphthalein in acid, no change in color. In base, changes to pink. Is it right? In some chemical substances such as phenolphthalein, methyl orange, erosin are also indicators. They are synthetic indicators. Other than other than phenolphthalein, methyl orange, we are having one more synthetic indicator, that is eosin. Is it right? Eosin is also an indicator. So you can see acid solutions always turns red and base solutions turns to pink in presence of phenolphthalein and changes to yellowish color in the presence of methyl orange. Okay. So you can see HCl, hydrochloric acid, red litmus paper, no change in color, blue litmus turns to blue. Here it is turns to red, not blue. Okay. This is turns to red. Don't forget that it is not blue, this is red. Okay. Red in color. So maybe here all printed as blue, but it is red in color here, here, all which are acidic in nature, all are red in color only. H2SO4, no change in color in terms of red litmus paper, but here it is turns to red. Here it is colorless, phenolphthalein indicator, and whereas methyl orange turns to red. Okay, and again HNO3, nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, and nitric acid. Red litmus paper, no change in color. Blue litmus paper changes to red, and phenolphthalein indicator colorless, and methyl orange turns to red. And CH3COH, weak acid. Acid solution, red litmus paper, no change in color. Blue litmus paper turns to red. Here it is colorless. And here it is turns to orange. Why? Because it is a weak acid. NaOH, so red litmus paper turns to blue because it is a basic solution. And it is no change in color. Phenolphthalein changes to pink. And here it is yellowish color. Turns to yellow. Is it right? NaOH, after that CaOH taken twice turns to blue, and here it is no change, turns to pink, and here it is turns to yellow. KOH, potassium hydroxide, turns to blue, no change, turns to pink, and turns to yellow. So always remember methyl orange having three colors: red in acidic, orange in weak acid, yellow in base. And phenolphthalein having only two types, colorless and pink color. Blue litmus paper turns to red in acid, remains blue in base. Red litmus, no change in color in acid, changes to blue in base. Magnesium hydroxide is also known as milk of magnesia. Turns to blue, no change, turns to pink, and turns to yellow. Ammonium hydroxide turns to blue, no change, turns to pink, and turns to yellow. So this table you have to remember here, these four are not blue here, these are acid. Okay, turns to red, not blue. This is also red, this is also red, and here it is also red, not blue. Is it clear? Take two solutions, and this is what we call olfactory indicator. So just before we have discussed synthetic indicators. Out of three synthetic indicators we have discussed two. One is phenolphthalein, another is methyl orange. What is the third synthetic indicator? Eosin. Is it right? Eosin, EOSIN, eosin. So here two onion slices we are having and two solutions we are having, unknown solutions. Immerse into the beaker and then see the order in the sense smell of the onion slice. So initially you are getting a smell of the onion slice, okay? And after immersing into this solution, what this pungent smell we are getting? So maybe will you get or not after immersing and taking out of this solution, okay? So you have immersed here and take it out. Onion smell goes off in the second beaker, whereas in first beaker the onion smell remains there. It means the onion slice loses its odor when it is immersed in base solution, but whereas in acid solution it remains present. So onion loses its odor. Onion pungent, it loses its odor in acidic solution. In basic solution, in acidic solution remains there. So here the smell remains as it is. It means it is a acidic solution. Whereas in basic solution, the smell goes off. In acid, smell of onion remains same, but in base, smell goes off. Is it clear? So how to identify what we call olfactory indicators? Olfactory indicators are the indicators which depends on their order. Order in the sense here smell depends on their smell. If smell is present, that is acidic in nature. If smell is off, that is basic in nature. Okay. Olfactory indicators. Since this indicator works on smell, it is called as olfactory indicator. Example, onion slice. In acids, order remains as it is. In bases, order goes off. Olfactory indicators. The certain substances whose order change in acidic or basic medium are known as olfactory indicators. Example, onion slice, clove, vanilla essence, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus means Nilagiri plants are there which we used to prepare for what we call papers. Eucalyptus or leptus. So pronunciation will be a little bit different. In acids, order remains as it is, and but in bases, order goes off. Now, the third type of indicator. We have discussed natural indicator, synthetic indicator, and olfactory indicator. And the final type of indicator is universal indicator. Mixture of several indicators is known as universal indicator. So basically, in universal indicator, we are having, you can see that different types of colors. Universal indicator not only tells us whether the given solution is acid or base, but we can also judge how strong an acid or base can be. So with the help of universal indicator, we can identify whether the given solution is too strong or weak as well. Is it right? So it means it is very easy for us to identify whether the given solution is strong acid or base also. Is it clear? Chemical definition of acids and bases. HCl. So here, chemical definition, it means if you add this aqueous solution HCl into water, when dissolved in water, it gets separate into H plus ions and Cl minus ions. It gets separate into H plus ions and Cl minus ions. So if H plus ions are present, then the solution is acidic in nature, split into two ions, H plus and Cl minus here. H2SO4, it gets separate into two H plus and SO4 minus, because two hydrogens are there, two H plus. Valency of sulfate ion is 2. That's why power minus 2. If you observe here, H plus ions are present in HCl and H2SO4. The substance, when dissolved in water, gives H plus ions are called acid in nature. Okay? Whenever any substance which is dissolved in water and it gets separate H plus ions, it means those are acidic in nature. Bases. If you see magnesium hydroxide, milk of magnesia, Mg2 plus 2O OH minus. KOH gives rise K plus and OH minus. The substance which when dissolved in water gives OH minus ions. What? The substance which dissolved in water gives OH minus ions are called bases. And what are acids? And here it is the chemical definition of acid and chemical definition of base. Is it right? Organic acids. The acids which are obtained from minerals like chemicals and like plants and animals are known as organic acids, and mineral acids which obtained from earth minerals. Am I right? So what are organic acids? The acids which are obtained from plants and animals are known as organic acids. Example: tamarind and grapes, lemon, etc. Those are the sources of organic acids. The acids present in plants and animals are called organic acids here. Acids are classified into two types: organic acids and mineral acids. Some of the organic acids are citric acids, lactic acid, tartaric acid, oxalic acid, etc. The mango, tamarind, orange, grapes, lemon, etc. These are the sources of organic acids. Mineral acids. The acids prepared from minerals of the earth are called mineral acids. Examples: sulfuric acid H2SO4, hydrochloric acid HCl, nitric acid HNO3. The concentrated minerals acids are very dangerous. In laboratory, acids are generally mixed with water to dilute them. Such acids are called dilute acids. So, what is the difference between mineral acid and diluted acid? So, mineral acids are diluted and as well as concentrated. Is it right? So, concentrated means concentrated means very strong acids which is not mixed with water. Diluted means which is mixed with water. It means its presence of acidic nature is less compared to concentrated acid. Concentrated means strong acid which is very strong in acidic nature. Diluted means which is weak in acidic nature, which is mixed with water, is known as dilute acid. Always add acid into water to avoid any accidents, but don't add water into acids. So basically, we prefer adding acid into water, but not water into acid. Why? Because if we add water into acid, it will take what we call vigorous reaction, immediate reaction, and there is a chance to blast that beaker or conical flask. That's why we will add drops of acid into water so that we can dilute that acid. Dilution means reducing the concentration level of the acid. Okay, so we'll continue in the next session. Classification of acids and bases, strong acid and weak acid, physical properties. So classification of acids and bases depending on the number of H plus ions and OH minus ions. Strong acids, the acids which gives more number of hydrogen ions or aqueous solutions are called strong acids. Example, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4. HCl gives rise H plus and Cl minus. All mineral acids are strong except carbonic acids. Weak acids. You can see here the acids which gives less number of hydrogen ions in aqueous solutions are weak acids. Example, CH3COOH. CH3COOH gives rise H plus CH3OO COO. All organic acids are weak acids. What we can say? All organic acids are weak acids, whereas all mineral acids are strong acids. Hence, they are used as food ingredients. Properties of acids. So there are total 8 properties of acids are there. We'll continue in the next session of these properties of acids, and then we'll discuss about uh, properties of bases.